What's it like having a sibling with a heart condition?
Well, I suppose. Well, because I've never known, because I was 3 when Ben was born, so I've never known not having a sibling with a heart condition. But the things that we do to that I think are different are we have to take first aid kits everywhere, because if you get cut or anything, then you have to you put pressure on it and stuff. But we I don't, the stuff we do different, I suppose, is just we have to take on holiday we take medicine with us, and it's actually I've just kind of adjusted, to be honest. It's kind of normal.
Are you able to support him, and do you know how you can help him? And do you enjoy? Do you think it's a good thing having a brother with a heart condition?
Well, I'd rather he didn't, but but yeah, I know like I know basic first aid and stuff, and more specific stuff to do with having hypoplastic left heart. So if anything goes wrong, say if I go on a bike ride or anything, then I know what to do. Thankfully, nothing actually has ever happened, because I take if I ever go out with him, then I take extra care, because I know that if he does get a bump, then my mum always says if he gets a graze, to treat it as if one step upwards, so as if I've got like a gash, and if he gets a gash, treat it as if it's like a broken bone.
Do you ever worry about your brother having an accident or an injury? Or
Yeah, I do worry about him, because for example, about 4 or 5 months ago, he'd been at school and he'd been playing basketball and he broke his finger.
Right.
So actually, it's not that bad. But when I got back, then all I was told is Ben had been rushed to hospital.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know, and I was just sitting at home worrying.
Yeah.
And when I've talked to other siblings of people who have a heart condition, then they say sometimes they don't know. It's when you don't know the full story. When you know the full story, it's not too bad. But sometimes if you don't know the whole picture,
if you get told bits of it, then
Yeah.
you're trying to piece together what's happened.
yeah, and then your mind fills in the blanks, and it's it's some horrific injury,
Yeah.
but it's actually a finger break's not bad.
On a day-to-day basis, what sort of extra responsibilities would you have if you've got a brother with a heart condition, or a sister with a heart condition?
Well, before, when Ben was younger, then I had to remember to remind him, if my parents forgot, which was unusual, but it happened occasionally. I had to remind him to get his medicine and stuff. But now he's got a watch that bleeps to tell him to get it and stuff. But I suppose I have to do, when in the normal family, then you share out the jobs and everything. But we do that to an extent. But there are certain jobs that I have to do that Ben can't, like help Dad move furniture and stuff, which maybe Ben would have been able to help, but he can't. And I often have to do washing up and watering the garden and stuff by myself. And that's kind of.
What about when you're out and about with them?
Well, I have to take I've taken him to the cinema a couple of times, and we always have to take a first aid kit and stuff just in case. And normally I wouldn't do that, but because I got Ben, then I have to.
Do you ever forget that your brother has a condition?
Well, sometimes I do, because when we play football, then I can get into it quite a lot and maybe tackle a bit harder than I should. And when I've spoken to other people with brothers or sisters with a heart condition, then they said occasionally we can get a bit over enthusiastic, shall we say.
Right. Okay. And do you ever tell your personal friends that he has a condition?
I've told my best friends, the specifics of what it is, but I don't tell, just relatively good friends who come over occasionally, because I think it would put more worry onto them, because they wouldn't, maybe they wouldn't treat Ben the same, or my brother as the same as they should.
And does it affect you in school in any way?
No, the only time has been when he's had an operation, which has been maybe once in 5 years.
Yeah.
And so I suppose I could have lost concentration, but the important people know, like the head and the deputy and head of year.
How do you feel personally about being around people with heart conditions?
Well, I feel fine, because I'm around someone with a heart condition pretty much all the time. because he's my brother. So I'm not. I can avoid him as much as I can, but yeah, there's no escape.